What's up, YouTube? This Rel2G, and this is my Week 8 picks for October 30th, 2011. I know I'm a little running behind, but guess what? I'm going to give you my picks anyway. Each week I put my picks on the blog, and the picks from the previous past, I put the scores down there at the bottom. So, here we go. Week 8 picks. The Miami Dolphins at the New York Giants. Giants coming off a bye. The Dolphins coming off another loss. Should have beat Denver. But I think the Dolphins may try it again and win against the Giants. Yes, I think they'll get their first win. It will be against the Giants. The Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans. Titans coming off a big loss. Same as the Colts last week. I think the Titans will pull off a win in Tennessee this week. The Minnesota Vikings at the Carolina Panthers. Minnesota got a good quarterback in Christian Ponder, but I think Cam Newton is going to be in quite big, impressive game against the Vikings. I think the Panthers will beat the Vikings in Carolina. The New Orleans Saints at the St. Louis Rams. Rams trying to get their first win of the season. Saints scoring 62 points. I think the Rams going to pull off and beat the Saints in St. Louis. I'm pulling off an upset. The Saints will lose to the Rams in St. Louis. The Arizona Cardinals at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens coming off a tight loss on Monday Night Football. And the Cardinals, what more can you say? Just a pathetic team, but I think they're going to try. They're going to try. Cobb is not out of it yet. They're going to beat the Ravens in Baltimore. The Houston Texans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Each team winning last week. It's going to be a defensive game. The Texans will beat the Jaguars in Houston. The late games, the Washington Redskins at the Buffalo Bills. The Bills coming off a bye. The Redskins, tons of injuries. John Beck still plays. Robert Grossman sits. The Skins going to get peeled by the Bills in Toronto, by the way. The Detroit Lions at the Denver Broncos. Tim Tebow pulled the magic trick out his hat, beat the Dolphins last week. He may do the same thing against the Lions. Matthew Stafford has some foot problems right now, so he probably will still play, but he's not going to be effective. I think the Broncos will pull an upset and beat the Lions in Denver. The New England Patriots at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The game of the week. AFC East rival going at it. Pittsburgh 5-2. Patriots 5-1. Patriots, Tom Brady, 6-1 overall against the Steelers. 3 straight games for the Steelers having not lost, but I think the Patriots will end it in Pittsburgh this afternoon. The Cleveland Browns at the San Francisco 49ers. Browns, a tight team, but the 49ers are a powerhouse in San Francisco. I think Frank Gore is going to have a good game. Alex Smith, even a better game. The 49ers is going to strike it gold again and beat the Cleveland Browns. The Cincinnati Bengals at the Seattle Seahawks at the Quest Field. The Great Northwest is not going to be the same after this game today against the Cincinnati Bengals, in which I think they will beat Seattle. And the Sunday Night Football is the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Dallas Cowboys. The Eagles trying to get their first win on their home turf this season. The Cowboys got a DeMarco Murray, who's just beast himself. That was last week because they faced the Rams. He's going to have a pretty tough time tonight. And Tony Romo, more geekier than ever. The Cowboys will lose to the Eagles in a tight one at the Link. And on Monday Night Football, it's going to be the San Diego Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs coming off a shutout win against the Raiders. And the Chargers a tight loss to the Jets. I think the Chargers will rebound from their loss and pull a win out of their hats and beat the Chiefs in Kansas City. So there are my picks for Week 8. The Eagles over the Cowboys. My upset pick will be the Broncos over the Lions. And in my wild card game, New England will beat Pittsburgh in Steeltown. Put your picks and submit it at the bottom of the page. And I will see y'all next week. Hopefully I'll be with James Carter, TV and crew. If not, we'll see you right back here next weekend for my Week 9 picks. For now, Rel2G, happy Halloween, and I got a treat coming from me this week. I got tricked last week, so I got a perfect one coming this week. See y'all.